Discovery is an allocated period of time where you explore the problem space before any design or development takes place. Discoveries can look very different from one project to the next, in terms of the time it takes, who's involved, and what the outputs are at the end. Many organizations claim to be doing discoveries, but are they doing real ones? Here are 5 common misconceptions about discoveries. Number 1, discovery is not a synonym for user research. Some teams say they're doing a discovery if they carry out any kind of research in their design process, for example, usability tests. Now, research is an important part of a discovery, but that's not all we're doing in this phase. Instead, discovery is about learning about all aspects of the problem so we can define it and frame it appropriately. This sets us up to solve the right problem, whether through technology, people, or process, or a mixture of all of these. On the other hand, if there's no research, then how can we discover anything? This brings me on to misconception number 2. Discovery is not a discovery if there's no user research. Now, this unfortunately happens too often when unrealistic timelines are set or when clients or business areas make it really difficult or impossible to recruit target users. The problem with not doing first-hand research is that the only thing you'll be doing is stating what you already know or what you think you know and making decisions on incomplete information, and that is a very risky position to be in. Misconception number 3. Discovery is not a one-person job. Now, discovery work in a lot of teams often falls down to one person, a lone UX designer or user researcher. They go out, perform some research, while other people are deciding on technology or business requirements. What ends up happening is the need to consolidate insights about the problem with what has already been decided to do about it, which doesn't really make sense a lot of the time. It also means only one person truly understands the problem space, rather than the full team who are dedicated to working on it. Misconception number 4. Discovery is not a validation exercise. The key is in the word discovery. To discover is to learn something you didn't already know. Therefore, the philosophy around this phase is to have an open mind about the problem space and seek to learn about it. Only then will we begin to know what the problem really is and the best way to solve it. Unfortunately, many teams decide on a solution, then perform a discovery to validate their assumptions about users, what their needs are, and whether the solution is the right one. Now, this is really bad research practice, and it's ultimately a waste of time and money, because you're either not going to do anything about insights that invalidate your assumptions, or you're too blinded to see contrary insights in the first place. Misconception number 5. Discovery is not a design sprint. Now, design sprints are effective at producing designs very quickly and rallying stakeholders effectively, but workshopping and ideating is not a discovery. We shouldn't be thinking we can sit in workshops all day and have a real understanding of the problem. Also, the goal of a discovery is not to produce high-fidelity prototypes, but instead it's time to do all the necessary work so that the team really understands the problem and the best way to tackle it. So, what is a real discovery? This phase involves carrying out research with people who are affected by this problem, like user interviews, diary studies, ethnographic style research. It also includes activities like exploring available technology, defining and framing the problem to be solved, uncovering what are successful outcomes for the organization, and so on. Given the breadth of different activities, a real discovery takes a multidisciplinary approach. It's a team effort. And lastly, it's a mindset that we don't know all the answers, so we need to take some time to properly investigate it. You can learn more about discoveries in our one-day course at our UX conference.